All right. Well, speaking of rock, that's kind of how we ended the show tonight. What did you think about the return of the quote-unquote rock concert?
I had never seen before a rock concert. I mean, this type of rock, I've seen, rock concerts, but, I didn't know what to expect, honestly. I was thinking, like electric guitars and drums and maybe some keyboards and, chicks in black leather and, horrible screaming that's supposed to masquerade as music. I didn't know The Rock could actually sing.
Okay, so what you were expecting was Fozzy with the Bella Twins as backup.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting and not looking forward to in any way, shape, or form. I was actually impressed.
Well,
I didn't know he could sing. I didn't know he could play the guitar. I am a musician myself. I am a music lover. So I was actually pretty impressed with this.
Well, I will give him credit. This time it was a fairly decent rendition. It wasn't too horribly childish. He didn't string it out for very long, thankfully. It kind of got right to the point. And this time around, I'll admit, although I won't officially go on record as endorsing it, he wasn't too sophomoric. Usually when these things go down, it gets really petty, really childish, and I'll give you what, Rock is a great singer, and he's a great guitar player, for the millions of dollars that he makes. Jesus Christ, I'd hope he could take lessons for that, which apparently he has, but nonetheless, it's usually pretty childish, ranting, boring, and I was not looking forward to this at all. So the performance he did put on tonight gives him a little bit of redemption value to me.
Well, I didn't particularly enjoy his first song because anything involving Paul Heyman's penis, I don't need that in my life, quite frankly. The second song was really, I laughed my ass off. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
God bless Vicky Guerrero for being able to take jokes like that.
Yes, she's not an unattractive woman.
No.
And I realize that she dresses and does her makeup the way that she does for the show because that's her character. I'm sure that were she wearing, like, her real clothes and her real makeup, she looks like much better than that. But, I was glad, as was most of the chat room, that we avoided the fat jokes because, quite frankly, I get sick and fucking tired of the fat jokes.
Yeah. And I was really afraid that this was the kind of humor that The Rock was going to quickly devolve into. I'm very thankful that he stopped at Paul Heyman's penis. And
yes.
Moobs.
Yeah, the Twinkie tits.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hostess stock just picked up.
If there was any Hostess stock left in existence.
Well, yeah.
These minor details,
I'm surprised JBL didn't chime in on that one.
I think JBL was trying too hard to contain his laughter. All the commentators were, oh my god. Folks, if you missed the end of Raw, if you just didn't watch, go just watch the last 15 minutes. You'll laugh. You'll thank me.
Yeah, it was really funny. And then what I appreciated was at the end of this thing, The Rock calls out CM Punk, gets right to his point, and then they start fighting. Yes! Thankfully, we did not need another 25-minute debate here.
Yeah, I was very glad for that. I loved The Rock's point, got straight to the point, you ain't God. Because that was the first thing out of my mouth last week when Punk started talking about how at the Royal Rumble your arms aren't long enough to box with God. First words out of my mouth immediately after that were, you ain't God, buddy. And for Rock to come out here and say that, good for you. Go Rock.